here is how I designed the colorful altar of my dreams for my destination wedding in Tulum, Mexico. Now this wasn't an easy task because I live in London and the wedding was in Mexico. If I lived any bit closer, I would be breaking out the power tools and building some kind of structure, but I had to make sure that my whole altar fit inside of my suitcase. Okay, let's be honest. I brought 10 suitcases, so the altar had to fit inside of 10 suitcases. When I started to pull inspo for my wedding, I realized that I was really drawn to these large vases and columns with florals and vases that created this center stage. And now I just had to figure out how to get that design into my suitcase. So here is where I started. I had a center banner that was flanked on both sides with columns and flowers, and all of it being super colorful. Now I should mention that my job is to design spaces for a living, and a part of that job is just to have space in your brain to hold on to all different kinds of materials and objects that you can use in any type of project. So this is exactly what I did. I went into my brain Rolodex and I remembered these paper columns that stay together using Velcro but then easily can pack flat. I found these columns on AliExpress, and you definitely can find them other places, but they'll be the cheapest if you just get them from China. The shipping was cheaper to the US than it was to the UK, so I shipped the first test to my mom and had her FaceTime me once they arrived. These columns do come in all heights and all colors, but certain colors that were in my wedding palette just weren't available, so I did spray paint a few. And now for the banner. My inspiration came from Italian Art Deco disco, and I really wanted it to be colorful and tropical. If you love this design, I actually have it up on Etsy as a digital download. The easiest way to turn it into a banner is going to Amazon and creating a custom banner. This was honestly so much cheaper than Zazzle or any of those other companies, and it got to me within probably a week. Now the sizing wasn't perfect. I just went for the one that was the height that I wanted, and then I trimmed off the sides to make it into a tall rectangle. The next design piece is the altar rug, and this actually was made from thrifted fabric that just happened to be the perfect wedding colors. I then cut it into this arc shape and then sewed on a blue tassel trim. The florist nailed the vision and just blew me away of how spot on everything was. From the flowers to the vases, they did a great job. And that is how I turned my vision that could only fit into a suitcase into reality. And definitely follow along because I have so many wedding and design tips.